and welcome back to the series on branding. This is part 2. Who else will watch till the end? So we are going to be talking about brand awareness. Brand awareness involves a customer's ability to recall and recognize the brand logo and branded advertising. Brand helps customers to understand which brand or product belong to which product or service category. Brand assists customers to understand the constellation of the benefits offered by individual brands and how a given brand within a category is differentiated from its competing brands. And thus, the brand helps customers and potential customers understand which brand satisfy their needs. Thus, the brand offer the customer a shortcut to understanding the different products or service offerings that make up a particular category. Brand awareness is a key step in the customer's purchase decision process, since some kind of awareness is a precondition to purchasing. That is, customers will not recognize a brand if they are not aware of it. If customers do not have knowledge of a brand or something, there's no way they can be aware of it. Brand awareness is a key component in understanding the effectiveness of both a brand's identity and of its communication methods. Successful brands are those that consistently generate a high level of brand awareness, as this can be a pivotal role factor in securing customers' transactions. Various forms of brand awareness can be identified. Each form reflects a different stage in a customer's cognitive ability to address the brand in a given circumstance. Now let's look at brand recognition. Brand recognition is one of the initial phases of brand awareness and validates whether or not a customer remembers being pre-exposed to the brand. Brand recognition, also known as aided brand recall, refers to consumers' ability to correctly differentiate a brand when they come in contact with it. This does not necessarily require that the consumers identify or recall the brand name. When customers experience brand recognition, they are triggered by either a visual or verbal cue. For example, when looking to satisfy a category need such as a toilet paper, the consumer would firstly be presented with multiple brands to choose from. Once a customer is visually or verbally faced with the brand, he or she may remember being introduced to the brand before. When given some type of cue, consumers who are able to retrieve the particular memory node that refers to the brand, they exhibit brand recognition. Often, this form of brand awareness assists customers in choosing one brand over another when faced with a low involvement purchasing decision. Brand recognition is often the mode of brand awareness and operates in retail shopping environments. When presented with a product at the point of sale or after viewing its visual packaging, consumers are able to recognize the brand and may be able to associate with it attributes or meaning acquired through exposure to promotion or word of mouth referrals. In contrast to brand recall, where few consumers are able to spontaneously recall brand names within a given category, when prompted with a brand name, a larger number of consumers are typically able to recognize it. Now, let's look at brand recall. Unlike brand recognition, brand recall, also known as unaided brand recall or spontaneous brand recall, is the ability of the customer retrieving the brand correctly from memory rather than being given a choice of multiple brands to satisfy a need. Consumers are faced with a need first and then must recall a brand from their memory to satisfy their need. This level of our brand awareness is stronger than brand recognition, as the brand may be firmly cemented in the consumer's memory to enable unassisted remembrance. This gives the company huge advantage over its competitors because the customer is already willing to buy or at least know the company offering available in the market. Thus, brand recall is a confirmation that previous branding touchpoints have successfully fermented in the minds of its consumers. Marketing mix model can help marketing leaders optimize how they spend marketing budget to minimize the impact on brand awareness or on sales. Managing brands for value creation will often involve applying marketing mixed modeling techniques in conjunction with brand valuation. Now we are going to look at the brand elements. Brands typically comprises various elements such as one, the name, that is the word or words that is used to identify a company, product, service or concept. Two, the logo, the visual trademark that identifies a brand. Three, tagline or catchphrase, that is a short phrase always used in the product's advertising and closely associated with the brand. Four, graphics, the dynamic ribbon is a trade marketed part of Coca-Cola brand. Five, shapes, the distinctive shapes of the Coca-Cola bottle and the Volkswagen Beetle are trade marketed elements of those brands. Six, colors, the instant recognition consumers have when they see Tiffany and Co's Robin Eggs Blue, Pantone number 1837. Tiffany and Co. trade marketed the color in 1998. Sound, a unique tune or set notes can denote a brand. NBC's Chimneys provide a focused example. Scent, the rose jasmine musk scent of China number 5 is trade marketed. Taste, Kentucky Fried Chicken has trade marketed its special recipe of 11 herbs and spices for fried chicken. Lastly, movement, Lamborghini has trade marketed the upward motion of its car doors. Now, let's look at brand communication. Although brand identity is a fundamental asset to a brand equity, the worth of a brand identity would become obsolete without ongoing brand communication. Integrated marketing communications, that's IMC, relates to how a brand transmits a clear, consistent message to its stakeholder. 5 key components comprise IMC. 1. Advertising. 2. Sales promotion. 3. Direct marketing. 4. Personal selling. And 5. Public relations. The effectiveness is determined by how accurately the consumer perceives the brand intended message through the IMC. Although IMC is a broad strategic concept, the most crucial brand communication elements are pinpointed to how the brand sends a message and what touch points the brand uses to connect with its consumers. One can analyze the traditional communication model into several consecutive steps. Now let's look at the steps. Firstly, a source or sender wishes to convey a message to the receiver. The source must encode the intended message in a way that the receiver will potentially understand. 2. After the encoding stage, the forming of the message is complete and is portrayed through a selected channel. In IMC, channels may include media elements such as advertising, public relations, sales, promotion, etc. C. It is at this point where the message can often form its original purpose, as the message must go through the process of being decoded, which can often lead to unintended misinterpretation. Finally, the receiver retrieves the message and attempts to understand what the sender was aiming to render. Often, a message may be incorrectly received due to the noise in the market, which is caused by unplanned static or distortion during the communication process. The final stage of this process is when the receiver now responds to the message, which is received by the original sender as feedback. Okay, now we have looked at brand awareness, brand recall, and brand elements and brand communication. Now we are going to continue from global brand variables. Thank you guys for watching this series on branding part 2. Watch out for part 3 on the same series on branding. I hope you guys are enjoying this interesting topic. Watch out for part 3. Thank you for watching. Bye.